And because we're here at night, we have to talk about live streaming a little bit, have to talk about Kai.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of represents a new generation of this idea of content creation. I think it feels almost kind of TV-esque in a way, like kind of live events, big events that like you have to come and watch. And do you think this is partially because there's been such a proliferation of like YouTube and TikTok content that it's really hard to get kind of attention and trust into one single moment? And so being focused on whether it's a 30-day event, a week-long event, that essentially concentrates a lot of eyeballs.
We see it on both sides though. Like, we also represent Hassan Piker and Asmongold, and they're streaming every day. Like I was just checking my PC before we went live. Like Hassan was streaming to 45,000 people. He's live 5 days a week.
Right.
And so there is a lot of Twitch streamers that benefit from the consistency of always being live. The other side of the coin that we've seen with Kai and some of these other individuals that we represent is they can focus more on the spectacle of the moment. And so I'm going to do a live stream Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern time, and we're going to be doing this. And Kevin Hart's going to be spending the night. Before Kai started doing that, that wasn't really the thought process of Twitch streamers. The thought process was consistency matters, always be live. The more live hours you have, the better you're going to be off. People like XQC were streaming 150 hours a month. And then I think Kai comes along and he starts to do these one-off events. And we started to see this a little bit during the Dream S&P days where they would schedule Dream S&P like playthroughs or whatever on the server. And it was like Tommy in it would be like, I'm going live at 6 o'clock, and they would play through an hour and a half episode of the Dream S&P. We started to see it then. Kai just kind of took it to the next level of eventizing Twitch. And it's a talk show that only happens 2 to 3 times a week. But when it does, everybody shows up.
Yeah. I mean, him and Speed, I think, were part of the two front runners here.